Thank you for joining this week's Tech Tip video. Today we're going to discuss how to use the email archiver in the Internet homepage. We're also going to discuss what to do if your mailbox in Outlook looks like this. We're going to start with the size of your mailbox because that's going to play a role into why you would use the email archiver on the Internet. You can check the size of your mailbox by clicking File. This is where you can see how much space you have used in your mailbox. When your mailbox is full, you may start to experience performance issues, so you want to make a habit to clean it up regularly. Today I'm going to show you how you can do that. Simply click on the Cleanup Tools icon. From here you have options to archive, empty or deleted items folder, or if you want to be a little bit more specific, you can click Mailbox Cleanup. From here, you can choose to delete any messages that are older than, say, 90 days, or if you wanted it to be a year, you could put 365 days. Now you have a list of all of your emails that are more than a year old. You can individually select them and delete them by right-click and choosing Delete. If you want to delete more than one, you can hold down the Control key, scroll through, and delete ones you know you don't need. Or if you want to remove all of them at once, you can simply hit Control A, which is for all, and then right-click, Delete. But I'm going to show you how you can get rid of just your old appointments and Outlook calendar meetings that you no longer need. So you change it from messages to appointments and meetings. Yes, we want to clear it. And we can be a little bit more specific in here. So I'm going to choose Advanced. So again, we have Look for Appointments and Meetings, Advanced. I'm going to choose Field, Date and Time. I'm going to say Modified. On or before 2020. Add to list. Find. Now I have a complete list of any and all of my appointments and meetings that were on or before 2020. And since we are already into March of 2021, I know that I don't need record of any of these anymore. So I'm going to do Control A, I will right click, and I will delete. So let's say you have removed any of your messages or appointments from anything before 2020, but then you realize you needed something from the beginning of 2020. That's when you would go to the email archiver. Every record in your Outlook is backed up and saved in our servers, and you can retrieve them by using the email archiver on the internet. To do that, you simply come to Enterprise Applications and select Email Archiver. This tool is really useful for helping you find old messages that you need, and that way you don't have to keep them stored in your mailbox and taking up space. So I'm going to give you two examples of ways that you can look for old messages. For starters, we want to be specific. So we come here to this blue arrow, and I'm going to use the example of the donor fair that the City of Palm Coast hosted at the beginning of 2020. It was actually on Valentine's Day, February 14th, but let's pretend I didn't know exactly what date it was. I know that it was, I'm going to choose custom. I know that it was sometime between January and March of 2020. So if I click here, I can say I want my beginning date to be January 2020, and I want to start around January 15th. And I know that it was sometime between that and March, so I'll choose March 2020, and we'll say March 15th. Now, I receive a lot of emails during that time, and I want to narrow it down. So I'm going to say emails that contained donor fair. Search. Now I have record that I can go back and pull of some of the contacts from, say, this one was Donate Life, or any of our external representatives from that donor fair that I could reach back out to if we wanted to have another one in the following year. Another example could be if you're trying to find an email from a specific person, but maybe you don't remember the date or what the subject title was. So for my example, I'm going to use an email from Renina, and I'm specifically looking for an email where we had an attachment for teleworking from home. Now, I don't receive a lot of direct emails from Renina, so I'm going to set this to any time. But if it was somebody who you get emails from consistently, you could narrow it down like I showed you previously by using custom. I also don't remember any subject title. So I'm just going to say emails from Renina at any time. Now that I have my results, I can go through and try to find what I was looking for. So the top tells you your subject line. I'm going to scroll down, and here it is, telecommuting policy. You can have the option to preview your email through the preview pane. If you want to change it, if you're somebody who likes to have it at the bottom, you can choose Show Preview Pane at the bottom. I like mine to show on the right. However, if you prefer not to have a preview pane, you can hide it as well. I'm specifically looking for an attachment in this email. So to retrieve the attachment, I'm going to need to open it. Simply double click and your email loads. Now, in all of your emails, you're going to see for attachments the images 1 through 5. These are not actual attachments. These are just the icons, the City of Palm Coast icons. So if you can scroll down, you'll see your actual attachment. Double click and it will load. Then you can choose to open and save your document as needed. Additionally, it's important to note that should you need to restore one of your emails after it's been deleted, you can do that as well. Once you've selected it, you right-click, restore, and then asks what email address you want to restore it to. Simply put in your work email and click restore. You can also restore the message when it's open by using this icon. Please note that this tutorial only covers a small portion of what this tool can do. Another way to select the calendar items that I showed previously is to go to the Calendar tab and choose Custom and select your dates there. That's all for this week. As always, please forward any questions to itservicedesk@palmcoastgov.com. And thanks for watching.